Hey, hey, how y'all doing today? Welcome to Saturday, June 6th. Wow, I have not seen y'all since May 16th. Like, wow, that is exactly 21 days I have not seen y'all. So, wow, how has everyone been doing? I know everybody's excited because this is that hot weather and everybody's been waiting on that. I hope everyone has had a great 3 weeks, a great year, just living and learning and laughing and just being awesomely you, like man, I have not seen y'all in so long. I feel like I'm out of character here. Like I'm visiting. Oh my goodness. Man, listen. First of all, I want to thank everybody for the phone calls and the text messages during our time of loss. Thank you for your condolences. Like I truly, truly appreciated me and my wife. Thank you so much. Um, Man, so you all know I like to kick off the show with fun facts, right? But before I go into the fun facts, I want to know if it's just me, right? So now Southwest has incorporated assigned seating, right? No problem. So you automatically know what seat you're going to get because guess what? You have to pay for the seat. Why is it that people that purchase the window seats always want the shade down? I'm confused. Let somebody else purchase that seat that want to look out the window. I don't care if it is the sky and the clouds and the birds and the wings. Like that really irks my soul. Like I was on a plane going to Jamaica and coming back from Jamaica, and both passengers were totally against opening their shade. And I was just, the Christian part of me just shook my head, but that West Side wanted to just grab them by the neck and just yah. But I couldn't do it. So I'm just saying, is it just me or is it anybody else? Like, do anybody else feel that way? Because like I'm totally confused. Totally confused. But that's just my kickoff for our fun facts for today. So, and again, everyone knows that I'm very, very, very inquisitive. I like to be honest and just say nosy, like, because I want to know. I wasn't invited to the round table. I wasn't invited to the discussion. So, like, I truly, truly, truly want to know. And so, for the people that drive, right? And yes, I know how to drive, but nope, I don't want to. Like, make me the last person in the world that you call for a ride, because we gonna try to find every other means before I get behind the wheel. But I wanted to know how the traffic lights, what made them choice colors become those choice colors? Like, how was this implemented? How and when did it start? So our fun facts today is going to be on how traffic lights were inherited, right? And I found it to be so unique because just the way that the human brain thinks, just with the colors alone, and following the rules of the road, you kind of know what those colors stand for, right? So here it is in a nutshell. So traffic lights were inherited in the 19th century. They were inherited around the railroad signals, which the railroad itself, it used it originally used red for stop, white for go, and green for caution. And so I found that kind of different. White for go. And so as I began to do my research, I found out that in the early 20th century, scientists like Dr. William Churchill and Dr. Corner Glass, they worked on over 100 experiments to see which colors people in essence would recognize when it comes to stop, caution, go, speed up, right? And so how they identified it is red was the quickest. So that was aimed at 0.0308 seconds. Whereas right behind that, the quickest was green. And that the seconds that it took to stop there was 0.335 seconds, and amber, making it the perfect trio, right? So that's pretty fast when you're thinking about stopping at a stoplight. You're thinking at what's around you, what corners you're going to stop at. And so what got me was the white. White used to mean go. And I just really wanted to know why. And so early railroads, they used a white bulb, and it was shiny, and it shined behind glass lenses, right? So if it was red or green, and let's just say at that particular time, the lens fell out, then all the engineer saw was a white light. So they assumed that, okay, since the light is white, that means take off, go. So with that happening, there was so many fatal train accidents and collisions. They had to rethink how they were actually going to use a different color. Now, that white color became green. They switched it to green because, in essence and in theory, green means go ahead, right? And so the light, it was so easily to be confused, especially on the railroads, and the lenses kept popping out. So when the lenses didn't pop out, the green, it still meant go, but you were able to follow the actual signals that was being transmitted. And yellow meant slow down, look both ways, something is happening. So that just means to caution yourself, right? Now, the great part about this is that how this was inherited, they also thought about people that have color blindness. So they wanted to ensure the safety of that. So when it comes to people that have color blindness, the red and green color, it's a vision deficiency. And so what happens is within the red lights, there's a touch of orange, and in the green light, it's a touch of blue. And so they're able to see that to detect that, okay, I need to stop, I need to slow down, I need to caution myself, I need to go. So I really, really thought that that was so amazing. I just wanted to know how that happened. So the next time I'm on the passenger side or even in the back seat, and I just happen to look at the stop sign, not the stop sign, but the stop lights, I'm gonna be like, red used to be white, and that means go. So, just something to think about, just something to throw out there at you, something to throw at you. And, maybe it's me just going back to that question because now it's really sitting on me. Like, why buy a plane ticket to sit in the window seat and you're not looking out the window? You want the shade closed. Like, I'm so, 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 so hurt with that. I'm very hurt with that. I have a problem with that. And I just want to know if it's just me, right? So, got some announcements for you today. As always, I'm out here marketing, I'm talking to different people, I'm meeting different people. And lately, the question has been, I paid the IRS, but I don't know if they got the payment. They never sent me a receipt. I just want to be careful, right? So, my question is, do you have an IRS ID Me account? No. Well, what's that? And how much is it? Well, it's free. You need about 7 to 14 minutes. Make sure you have a copy of your driver's license or ID back in front where you can automatically upload, and that'll shave off a few minutes of your time. So, people, please, it's so very, 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 very important that you open up that IRS ID Me account. It's very essential. Again, you want to know what people know about you. You want to know what's attached to your name and your social. And it's nothing wrong with being nosy about yourself. Now, Here's the part where I really, really adore the show, because we give out birthday wishes to everybody that's celebrating birthdays, right? And so now we're in the month of June, this hot month, and we're celebrating all of June birthdays. So if you're out there and you're celebrating your birthday, like, don't forget about me. I really truly love birthday cake. I like caramel cake and red velvet cake, but yeah, buttercream icing. Yep. But if you're celebrating, please do it in decency and in order. Please just know that you were granted another day, another opportunity, which means you have life and you have meaning. Like, use that to your benefit, right? So I'm wishing everybody out there that has a birthday in the month of June, happy birthday to you. And don't forget about the birthday cake for me. Got some special, special, special birthdays, very special birthdays. My sister Denise will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Yes, June 7th. I gotta call her and see if she gonna have some birthday cake. Cause I'll travel for some birthday cake. Yeah, I'm gonna call. Not just cause of birthday cake, because it's her birthday too, but yeah, mainly cause birthday cake. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, mainly. um, Got my G baby all the way in Jamaica, Samira. Her birthday is on the 17th. And I got my best friend. Oh, I love her so much. And she's just so awesome and amazing and loving. Lachey Maria. She gonna kill me because I be doing her name like that. But I love it. I love it. Also, got a client on here. Hello, Mr. Underwood, DJ's Construction. His birthday is coming up this month. Mr. Underwood, I know you're going to have some birthday cake. If you don't have no birthday cake, that's a problem. We need to get together to get us some birthday cake for your birthday. Whether you eat it or not, you need birthday cake, because I like birthday cake, right? Right. Even though it's your birthday. But happy birthday to all the birthdays that's coming on for the month of June. I want you to celebrate, and again, do it in decency and in order, right? Right. Got a announcement for you, another update actually. As you know, that this is vacation season. This is travel season. This is I want to do what I want to do season. So, instead of Let's Talk Finance podcast going live every week, we're going to be going live every other week for the summer, because I understand people have things to do, people getting ready. And guess what? Can you believe we are actually 6 months within 2026, which means we only got 6 more months left this year, people. As you can see, time is flying. Time is moving like it was literally just January. And I remember that because I took off Dr. King's birthday. He had a dream, so did I. Then it was Black History Month, February. Then March, we had corporations and extensions. And then April, extensions and individuals. And, Mother's Day came in May. And now, guess what? We are in June, people. Like, this time is flying. It is not waiting on anyone. So get on the bandwagon. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be going live every other week. However, please follow our social media pages. We're going to still be posting information, still posting updates, giving you all the facts that you need regarding your finances and what's going on within the financial arena that's going to be beneficial to you. Also, please love, like, and share this content. People, it's free. You just never know who needs this information. We have so many people out here scamming. We have so many people out here that claim that they can deliver, and when someone gets to them, their delivery is just not there. So people want to know that they're working with real people. They see real people. They have interactions with real people. And who gets out the word more than anyone? We. the people. So let's share this information. If you haven't subscribed to that YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's going to be very, very, very essential for you. Okay. Now, water break. Okay. So, as always, we have an amazing show for you today. As always, right? Like, when is it not an amazing show? Like, when do you not want to know about your finances, right? Duh. No. Okay. So, first of all, welcome to Let's Talk Finance podcast. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome to the family. Like, we are definitely family here. Like, there's no strangers here. We all cousins, we all aunties, we all uncles, sisters, brothers. We are just a big financial family, just trying to do the right thing, right? So, welcome to the family. What you will get out of Let's Talk Finance podcast is that we break down your finances with clarity. We break down your finances with empowerment. We give you understanding about your money. We give you clarity. We want you to know that it's more than just a number. It's having alignment. It's having confidence. It's having purpose. It's knowing and having confidence that you can continue to move. So this is what we do here on Let's Talk Finance. Now, let me ask you a general question, right? And this is just something to think about. I already said we 6 months into the year, right? So if you continue on the current path you're on within the next 6 months without any changes, do you think you would be closer to a better life experience, a better business experience, a better financial goal decision, and or have a peace of mind? And I just want you to think about that. Again, we're 6 months into the year and we only have 6 more months left. So at the end of that 6 months, if you continue on the path that you're on now with absolutely making no changes, will you be closer to a better life experience, a better business experience, better financial goal setting experience? Would you have a peace of mind at the end of the year? Or will you feel yourself falling further behind than what you are? Now, here's why I asked that question, right? At the beginning of the year, everybody starts with a New Year's resolution, right? And with that, you have individuals and small business owners. We have goals, right? We have goals set, and we say we're going to create this plan. We're going to have a better envision of what's going on. We're going to be more intentional. We're going to let loose of all the distractions. We're going to take every challenge at face value. Any opportunity that feels beneficial for the entity that we're in, we're going to go to that and we're going to utilize that, right? And we tell ourselves that this is everything that we're going to do. Now, question is, do you have it written down? That's one. Two, have you been actively working on everything that you set your mind to? Or did you just realize at this point in time, wait a minute, I haven't did none of that. Now, it's 6 months already in the year. So at that 6 month mark, maybe kind of like a job, they do a 90-day review. We do a 6 month review, and that's a check-in. So I don't want you as individuals or small business owners, I don't want you to say, oh my God, it's 6 months in, I didn't do this. Don't go beating yourself up, because it's not necessary. You know why? Because you can always start over. There's always an opportunity, right? The first thing is you got to stop judging yourself, right? You have to stop focusing so much on what did not happen. And I can tell you that because that was me. Initially, I was like, oh, this didn't happen. We didn't do this right. Even now, I still sit and I talk to my team. Oh, this didn't happen because I didn't do this right. Prime example, payroll services. Oh, I marketed till no marketing. I just went out and did everything and no one wanted it. So I felt like it was something that I didn't do wrong. However, because I laid the foundation, because I started implementing what needed to be implemented, now guess what? Everyone wants payroll services. So instead of focusing on what didn't happen, we have to focus on what did happen, what transpired. Where is our clarity coming in at, right? We don't want to feel overwhelmed. We don't want all that pressure, right? And we also want to reflect. We want to sit back and say, well, hey, I did this and this worked. So maybe I can keep doing this, but I can make some minor adjustments. And it's okay to do that because that's where you're giving yourself grace. You're allowing yourself to say, okay, I made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have done it this way, but I'm going to do it this way because there's a better outcome. Give yourself that leeway. And how do you do that? We're going to talk about that right now. And our show today is about mid-year review. It's about reflecting, refining, and resetting. Just like you have to reset your mental, you have to reset and recenter and refine and reflect when it comes to your finances. You have to, because you can't manage if the money ain't managing. It's just not going to happen. So, our first topic that we're going to talk about today is why mid year financial reviews are important. Why is it that people and businesses fail without having that review? So, let's first talk about it. So, understand that a mid year review is a checkpoint. It's a financial checkpoint to see where you are from January 1 to June 30th. That's what it is. It's a 6-month point of view. Where are you at? What are you doing? How does this look? That doesn't mean that it's final. All year we've been talking about what to do for quarter one, quarter two, how to prepare for quarter three. What do you need to take time out and do? So guess what? If you started at the beginning of the year just making those small changes, you're pretty much up to speed. But let's just say you didn't have that opportunity to sit and do that. Guess what? You can start now. And how you start is by understanding that this is not final, it's just a checkpoint. And by this being a checkpoint, let's cross our T's and dot our I's. Let's see what we need to do and how we need to move in order for us to see the bigger picture of what it is we're doing when it comes to us as individuals and as business owners. Now, understand that the importance of a mid-year financial review, it gives you clarity. It gives you a financial snapshot of where you are. And the great thing about this is, like, you don't got to assume because it's right there. You see it. It's right in black and white. It helps you identify leaks before they happen. We're going to talk about leaks because I don't want you to think that I mean a leaky faucet or a leaky drainage pipe. I'm talking about leaks within your business, leaks within your finances. We're going to talk about what those major problems are. And we're going to talk about how you could readjust, prevent year-end surprises, prevent the debt, prevent cash flow shortages. We're going to talk about quarter three and quarter four successes, right? Why? Because that can happen for all of us. How? Let's talk about it. First things first, we got to have a sense of financial awareness. If we don't have a sense of financial awareness, we don't have clarity, we're not going to know how to move. All we're going to see is that we have money, we can pay this bill, we can do this, and we can do that. Or let me see how I can get the money to pay this, and then I'll worry about this other bill on another time, because right now the money isn't there. So trust me, I get it from all aspects, right? Now, that awareness is going to keep you on your toes. It's going to keep you standing. It's going to make you look at things, as I like to say, from an octagon's perspective. So when you have lack of awareness, you're not tracking income, you're spending. You're using your feelings, you're in your emotions. You don't have a correction method because you don't know what to correct. Why is it that you don't know what to correct? Because you don't have anything written down. You don't have a plan. Again, you have this money in your pocket and now you're just spending. You're using poor cash flow management. And how is that? Because you see that you have the revenue, your money is not being managed properly. And the reason your money is not being managed properly is because you're overspending and you're looking at what you see right now versus looking at the overall picture. Water break. I'm going to have to get a bigger cup. Okay. Now, why is that? Let's talk about my favorite, what people seem not to think about: taxes. Listen, people, your taxes is not just a once a year thing. If you go for property, if you go for loans, whatever it is that you're doing, they're going to want to see your tax returns. They're going to want to see your transcripts. If you have a balance, they're going to want to know that you're on a payment plan and you are actively paying your debt. They're going to want to know if you're a small business owner. Are you aware of estimated tax payments? Do you have your federal and state account set up? Are you making those payments in a timely fashion? Are you planning accurately? Are you using those estimated tax payment vouchers that you receive with your tax return to pay for the year that you're in? So taxes is important, right? Now, another reason how we fail as individuals and small businesses is because we don't have a goal tracking system. We talk about all these goals, but it's not written down. We don't go back and revisit them. We don't look at them. We don't put enough time and energy into them. We we don't put the importance of our finances in the forefront because we're worried about something else, or we're looking for something else to distract us because we don't want to think about the inevitable. So, let me tell you how to do this. Let me help you get started today. Get started, step by step instructions. And the first thing is first, like, you gotta want to do it, right? You can't look at somebody else achieving and be upset about that when you could be achieving as well. You can't get mad at the next man because you have to look at yourself. What is a priority? Where does it stand? And how do you do that? You want to first gather all your numbers, right? From January to June, because again, this is a mid-year review. We already did the first quarter review. This is second quarter plus mid-year review because we're in that 6 months, right? So you want to gather all of your income. Then you want to gather all of your expenses. Then you want to gather any debt that you have. Debt is debt that you're not paying on, that you say, well, okay, I'm going to get to it at a later time. Then you want to look at your savings and contributions. All of that. Gather all of those numbers. If you're not good in Excel, like I'm horrible in Excel, I just know how to spell Excel. But I love pencil and paper. I got a nice pencil sharpener. I got 24 number 2 pencils, and I got me a stack of notebooks. So I'm okay writing with pencil and paper because I see it. It's right in front of me. Now I know how to move, right? Next, look at your goals, right? Because your goals have to be aligned up with your expenses, your income, your savings, and your debt. Did you save the amount that you wanted to save? Did you eliminate one debt? Or did you accumulate more debt? Did you put up money for a rainy day? Did you gather or receive any assets? What's depreciable? What sits on your tax return? You have to look at that because you have your numbers right there with you and you have your tax return. Now, after you've done that, let's look at these financial links that you may have. Leaks, that's subscriptions. How many subscriptions do we have that we don't use, that we're just paying for? How many? We got so many subscriptions, or we don't even know how to use it, but somebody told us to get it, so we paying for it. No, stop giving your money away. If you want to give your money away, give it away to me. Overspending in categories. Like, you may be a person that loves to decorate your office. So you're redecorating your office every 4 to 6 weeks. You're overspending unnecessarily. For what? Because you want a purple chair versus an orange chair? No. Get something that's universal. Get something that's going to last, especially if this is what you're going to spend your money on. Make sure it lasts you at least the first 3 to 5 years. So therefore, you don't have to worry about spending endlessly. You're underperforming in your business expenses. And why? Because you're out there overspending. You're not protecting, or you don't have that safety net to cover you. And in business, you're going to have that. You're going to need that. As an individual, you're going to have that. You're going to need that because everybody needs some cushion. Unfortunately, there is no such thing as the hookup anymore. Oh, I could get the hookup from this person. No, because the person you getting the hookup from, they hook up, then went up on them, or then did something differently, and guess who have to pay for that? It's a domino effect. So we have to be mindful of how we're moving and what we're putting into our business. We have to elevate our current direction. What direction are we moving in? Are we moving at an accurate pace? Is it sustainable? Do we need to cut, increase, or shift our strategy? What is it that we need to do differently? Because within the 6 months, you know what's working and what's potentially not working. You know what it is. I know that, okay, in order for my social media to work, we have to be more proactive in that. However, I'm best with one-on-ones. So I'll go out and shake your hand and I'll give that social media presence to someone else who can sustain and move at an accurate pace because they're much more familiar with that. So you have to know what you can and can't do. You have to realize what works best for you. You can't compare to what someone else is doing because just because it works for them does not mean that it's going to automatically work for you. So we got to know our strategy, right? Now, how do we use our mid-year review to build momentum? We forgot about that because we need to have momentum. Again, we're just in quarter 2, and this is our 6-month review, right? So the first thing we need to understand is that we got to think about our taxes. We got to think about quarter 3 and also quarter 4, because again, we in a domino effect. We got to think about our savings. We we need to know why this matters and why this is so important to us. And it matters and it's important to us because who wants to spend late penalty fees? Who wants to have extra added stress? Who wants extra pressure? Who wants gray hair? Nobody. Nobody wants any of that. So if we prepare ourselves, just like we're preparing for that cookout that we're going to have or that concert that we're going to go to, just like we prepare for all of those things that have an important space in our life, we need to do the same when it comes to our business and our finances. We can't always blame the messenger. And so, what do we do to get there? Again, we have to review our income. We have to make an estimate amount of our annual income, especially if you don't know where it's at. Then we have to set aside a percentage of our income to tackle that debt that we may or may not have at the end of the year. Once we do that, we now have to track. How do we track? Well, first things first, do you have an emergency savings fund? If you don't, start one today. I don't care if you put $1 in it. Start it today, because guess what? Them dollars add up. Had we put $1 in the bank for every month of the year, right now we would have $6. And I know that don't sound like a lot of money, but as my mom would say, that's $6 more than what you had in your pocket. You got to celebrate the small wins. Are we planning for retirement? No one wants to work until they're 65, maybe even 60. What are we doing for our retirement contributions? Are we reinvesting in our savings? Or are we saying, okay, I done saved $1,000. I'm finna go get this new pair of glasses, or I'm finna go get a new piece of jewelry. Or are we saying, let me invest this money where I'm going to see a profit and it's going to grow? Now, as I'm investing this money, I also want to set aside money for at the end of the year, because if there's a gain on it, that's called a capital gain tax that I'm going to have to pay. So I want to be ready for that. And our financial goals, personal goals, did we forget about that? Why is that not important to us? It has to hold a space. It has to be relevant, because if you don't treat it like it's a personal financial goal, then it's not going to matter to anyone and you're not going to see it come to the forefront. Now, we also want to look at reducing our debt. How do we reduce our debt? We evaluate our debt. How much debt do we have? We want to look at the APR. What's the percentage on it? What's the fees on it? Can we contact the companies and say, hey, look, this is how much I have. If I pay this much, will you be able to forgive this amount? Or what type of plan do you have where I can get this removed and I can pay this to show a good faith payment and pay this off in a certain amount of time? So now you've knocked off one thing. Now you tackle another thing. Have we done that? Have we taken the proper stands to build what we need to build for our business? And that's important. And again, we haven't. And why haven't we? Because we don't know how. No one has talked to us about this. No one has showed us this. No one has said it doesn't matter where you are now, you can start over. You have an opportunity. You have a chance to do it differently. Nobody has told us that, because we look and we compare at what someone else have. We look and we say, well, okay, they're going to tell me no because of this and because of that. Well, how do you know? Did you try to start over? Did you try to rebuild? And guess what? Instead of looking at that no as a loss, look at that no to help rebuild yourself. They told me no because of this. Well, let me aim just a little bit harder to do this and do this. So when I go back the next time, I'm ready. That's that confidence that we need to have as we move forward. So that's how we evaluate. We have to focus for better outcomes. We have to. And how do we focus, right? There's key metrics that we need to follow. First, the first metric that, again, we all should follow is our revenue. Again, are our sales increasing? Are they stable? Are they declining? If they are increasing, great. What else can we do to keep them increasing? Are they stable? Great. But how can we get more business in? It's good to have stability, but how can we get more business in? If we are declining, why are we declining? Have we done that SWOT analysis? And I just found out that an extra letter was added to the SWOT analysis, which is a T, and that means what's trending. So now we no longer just want to look at the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunity, and the threats. We want to look at what's trending. Why would someone want to deal with you versus dealing with someone else? What makes you so different? Do you have your spiel together? Do you have that 4-second line together that'll make someone say, you know what? I'm going to come try you just because. Just because. A lot of people don't like to be caught off guard. A lot of people don't like to be caught dead in the middle of a thought. And when you leave someone like that, now they're interested. They're intrigued. So now they want to know more, which means they want to do more. And they feel that you know what you're doing, so they're going to contact you. What does your profit look like? Are you keeping money, or are you just endlessly spending? What does your cash flow look like? Is money coming in consistently, or are you putting money in there to cover expenses that's coming in there? Are your expenses aligned with your growth? Or are you just endlessly getting expenses, thinking that it's going to somehow turn into money or turn into something magical? We got to be ready. We got to know what it is that we're walking into. We got to know our finances. We got to have some type of inkling of what it looks like. And I get it, times is hard. You may not be able to pay an accountant. You may not be able to pay your tax professional to keep track of all this. That's why I'm giving you all the free information of what to do. And guess what? If it becomes a hassle, that's when you reach out and say, hey, I can't do this no more. I need some help. So let's talk about fees. You'd be surprised, if you're honest with someone, what they'll do, how they would work with you, what plan they would put you in. But being quiet won't get you anywhere. Talking about it, or even going somewhere else, paying somebody else to get screwed just to come back to the person you were originally with, now you done wasted time, money, effort. It's not necessary. A lot of us and businesses struggle because of our revenue, because we don't know where our profits are at. We have more expenses than we have income. We have no strategy. We have no forecasting. We are basically operating on a day-to-day basis. I get up Monday, this how I feel, this how I'm work. I get up Tuesday, this is how I feel, so this how I work. Wednesday, I don't feel like doing nothing at all. Thursday, whatever. Friday, that's lazy day, so we definitely ain't doing nothing. We'll come back to it again on Monday. No, we can't. We cannot operate our business like that. We will fall. We will fail. But we have to know how to move strategically. And how do we move strategically? We reset our financial goals. Because what didn't work for us those first 6 months, let's try to readjust. Let's try to have different goals for quarter 3 and for quarter 4. Base your adjustments on the reality because you're in it. It's no longer having an assumption. You see what's working, you see what's not working. Create a 90-day financial plan. 90 days, that's June. That's June, July, August. That's your 90 days. Create a financial plan outlining those 90 days. Look at your revenue. Have a target. Redirect your expenses, meaning stop spending. Do you actually need it? Can you do without it? Or if you do need it, can you get it at a lower cost? Have your goals written down. Again, SMART goals. Remember, we talked about SMART goals. You want to be specific. Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it realistical? Is it time bound? Because that matters when you're doing this. Step 3, have monthly check-ins with your preparer. Have monthly check-ins with your accountant. Hey, look, this is what I did. This is this. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. And if you don't talk to them, have all your notes ready for when you do get there. So that 1 hour consultation may now be 2 or 3 hours. Be prepared to pay for that. Because guess what? Time got away from both of you all, or mainly you, if that's the case. So now I need to make sure this right. Let me tell you everything I have. Let me tell you everything I've done because I kept a record of it. Here is everything. So now you're in awareness. As a matter of fact, I'm already on my accountant's calendar for this month. My account is in lieu of everything that has transpired because I've kept that line of communication open. And that's what we have to do when we're dealing with our finances, especially when we want to grow. We got to treat our finances like it's a business and like it matters to us, like it's important. We can't go out here thinking and feeling like we trillionaires and we got $1.49. No, that's not going to work. No. But think positive. Always think positive. How we going to turn that $1.49 to $1,000,000 and $490,000? How we going to do that? That's what I want to talk about. And how do we do that? We make intentional financial decisions because every dollar has a purpose. Every dollar means something. Every dollar means something. Every dollar. Now, here's what I'm going to give you. I'm sorry, water break. The first thing I'm going to give you is a call to action, right? Because we've laid out the foundation. We know why the mid-year review is important. We know what we need to do if we haven't started. We know we only got 6 months left. We know we're going to start now. We also know that we're going to celebrate the small wins and give ourselves some grace. We know that. So our call to action should be the first thing we need to do is reflect on the first 6 months of this year, right? Take an honest look at your goals, your finances, your business, your career, your relationship, your personal well-being, what worked, what didn't work, what lessons did you learn, what did you take away from that? Celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small they are. Acknowledge areas that need improvement. Make those necessary adjustments. That's what it means when we talk about reflecting. You have to reflect. Sometimes we don't want to sit in silence because we're afraid of the truth that we're going to hear. So we navigate away from that and we don't think about it. We ignore it. But reflect without beating yourself up. Reflect with giving yourself some grace. Refine your vision. Not every goal that you made in January or February was meant to be completed by June. It wasn't. Align your goals up and your vision with a proper time frame. So like me, initially I wanted 50 new followers on social media. We got 50 new followers. So now I want 100 new followers. So that's me refining my vision. I can't be distracted. I got to figure out how to get these people on there and what's going to make them stay. And what's going to make them stay is the truth. No distractions. This got to be a priority. And that's what we have to do. The next call to action is going to be adjusting your strategy, right? Listen, people, if you're not getting productive results, don't be afraid to stop. Move away from that because that's just not working for you. It's not. It's really not. Like, I want to learn how to make rice and peas the Caribbean way for my wife. I done tried 14 different times and I just ain't did it right. I'll try again, but I need to find another way because the way I've been doing it ain't been right. But it's okay to acknowledge that and move on. Figure it out another way. Also, we have to be intentional with every decision that we make. If we're not being intentional, it's not going to happen. Again, we need to have that 30, 60, or 90-day plan written down. We need to know where it's going. And again, Habakkuk 2:2, write your visions down. That's in the word. So if it's telling you to write your visions down, and I'm telling you to be intentional about it, let's start there. Because we have to have a purpose. With that call to action that I gave you, I now have a challenge for you, right? Okay, yep, I got it. And now I got a challenge for you, right? 4 things. And you could press rewind. You're already subscribed to the YouTube channel, so you can go back and you can look at it. And it's going to stay on Facebook for 30 days. But here's 4 questions I want you to think about. And I want you to be honest with you. You don't have to be honest with me. You have to be honest with yourself. What are you most proud of accomplishing so far this year? So within this 6 months, what are you most proud of that you have accomplished? That's 1. 2, what is currently preventing you from reaching the next level of your success? What is stopping you? Could it be fear? Could it be anxiety? Could it be finances? What is it? But you have to be honest with you. What habits, what commitments, what distractions do you need to release? Could it be overspending? Could it be overthinking? Could it be overly inserting yourself, trying to help others, putting yourself on the back burner, not committing 5 to 6 hours a day? What is it? Think about it. Last but not least, what 3 intentional actions will you take in the next 30 days to move closer to any of your goals. And again, you don't have to tell me the answers to this because you have to be honest with you. You don't have to be honest with me. I can't put you in heaven or hell. It's just you. So as you're reflecting, and this is what I mean by reflecting, you're refining everything. You're resetting because you're ready to take off. You're preparing yourself for something much more grand. And how do you start? You have a call of action, you have a challenge. Just do it. And if you need help getting started, no problem. No problem. Contact your accountant, contact your tax preparer, contact your CPA. They'll be more than willing to help you, but they can't help you if you're not being honest with you. Again, it's 5 people you don't lie to. You definitely don't lie to yourself. Definitely. Definitely. Because you'll end up hurting yourself. You don't lie to your pastor or your priest. You don't lie to your doctor or your gynecologist. You don't lie to your attorney, and you don't lie to your accountant. Because collectively and uncollectively, all 5 people can help you and assist you in any manner. So once you're honest, then things will start to open up and move in the direction that you see fit for it to go. And again, I hear you. I don't want to do that right now. I ain't ready to do that. And sometimes we're just not ready to face reality. And if that's the case, then as long as you're willing to admit that that's what it is, then by all means, you have to move how you see fit to move. So as we're closing our show today, our conversation, because again, we're talking about reflecting, resetting, and refining. Don't think of this mid-year as the finish line, because it's not. It's a checkpoint. It's this great big opportunity to ensure that you have enough time to appreciate and execute any of your plans or your call to actions, right? Too many times, individuals and small businesses, we focus on goals we have not reached. We don't think about what we've accomplished. We don't think about the lessons that we've learned. We don't celebrate the small wins because we're too busy beating ourselves up for what we didn't accomplish. We have to stop. The buck stops here. It stops now, today. And we reevaluate that. Get on your accountant's calendar. Have these conversations. Have these sessions. Have these webinars. And be intentional. Just remember how important it is to be intentional, because it's so important. If you're not intentional, it's not going to work, because again, you're only lying to yourself. You're only lying to yourself. Now, with that being said, I would like for you all to share this content. I would like for you to follow me on all social media platforms under Anointed Accounting, ANOINTED Our website is www.anointedaccounting.com. Our telephone number is 312-837-7219. We are here for you. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us and contact us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com by searching Anointed Accounting, ANOINTEDACCOUNTING. And guess what? I look forward to seeing you all on the 20th of this month. Don't forget, we are in Men's Mental Health Awareness and Alzheimer Awareness Month. Check on someone and check on yourself. Continue to walk in love and grace and with purpose. And I'm Shavana, the Allure of Abundance, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Love you.